Do you remember calling your friends on the family landline and having to say hi to their mom or dad first? Did you have or probably still have a Hotmail account? Did you make a mixtape and it was actually on a tape? Or can you still recognize the dial-up sound of an internet modem? If you answered yes to most of these questions, you probably belong to this microgeneration. And I know that we constantly talk about the importance of not putting people in boxes. We are so much more than the year we were born in. We are constantly learning and adapting and changing. We can all be what we call generational immigrants. Actually, we do have a whole video on that. But that being said, understanding the main motivations of people who are born in a certain era helps us cater better products, services, and working environments. According to a growing internet trend, Xennials are microgeneration composed by those born between 1977 and 1983. They are old enough to have lived a childhood free of the internet, but young enough to have spent their working lives online. Xennials are said to possess both the Generation X cynicism and Millennials' optimism and drive. They are widely considered less pessimistic than Generation X, but not as entitled as Millennials. And it seems like there is a micro demographic on the cusp of every generation. A micro demographic that doesn't necessarily fit with the previous or the next group. A similar situation we find in every border with languages. They tend to mix, creating a new language, which includes words and phrases and some grammar rules of both former languages, such as the case of Spanglish in the border between Mexico and the United States, or Portuñol in the border between Brazil and its neighboring countries, or even Creole in the Caribbean islands. Just like that, we have what we call microgenerations. These small groups of people that may form between the border of one generation and the next, gathering elements of both and creating a group of individuals who don't identify with any of the former generations. So, if you didn't get your first mobile phone until your late teens or probably on your 20s, and when you finally got it, it was heavier than a brick. If you are a millennial who does not find salads and veganism and Snapchat attractive, you might be an Xennial, and that's okay. Remember that statistics are great for making global decisions, but there's nothing that substitutes the power of a one-on-one conversation. So if you are interactive with your team, and you should be doing that on a regular basis, it is important that you do not place people in boxes, and you use this information only to understand that there are different ways to motivate your employees. Remember, even if all of your team members get the same economic paycheck, each of them is expecting a different emotional paycheck.
Do you agree with this video? For more content, be sure to subscribe to the Emotional Paycheck YouTube channel.